Okay, so you'll all know by now that it's over 31 nights, over 60 bands all at one venue. It is, of course, Camden Roundhouse. It's the iTunes Festival, and I'm joined now by someone that I have really been looking forward to meeting. He's a hip-hop artist, he's a soul singer, he's a director and an actor. His latest album went in at #1, and he's recently starred alongside Michael Caine. He is indeed the original Renaissance man. It's Plan B. First of all, I said that I am really interested to meet you because I like the fact that you've got a lot going on. You know, you're not just about the one thing. And I'm really kind of spoilt for choice whether to talk to you about your music or whether to talk to you about your filmmaking, both of which are interests of mine. So let's go in large on the defamation of Strickland Banks.
I had a couple soul songs just knocking about that, you know, I really liked. You know, I'm into all types of music and I write all types of music. It's just that I go through these periods where one style of music I'm writing just seems to be a bit stronger than everything else. And I had a couple of soul songs there, which was Love Goes Down and I Know a Song, and we just thought it'd be a shame that no one's going to get to hear them. I decided to do a concept album, a story about a soul singer who gets wrongly convicted of a crime and sent to prison. And that allowed me to put the kind of soul tracks on this hip-hop album that I set out to make. The juxtaposition between the hip-hop and the soul just didn't work. You know, I had this old-sounding kind of soul with this more kind of modern hip-hop. So split the albums and suddenly everything made sense. You had like a hip-hop album, which was like what I call a film for the blind, which is me describing everything you need to see, so you kind of don't need visuals. And then you had the soul album, which was more like the kind of soundtrack. The point of telling this story in the first place was to make the music work, but also, you know, to talk about fame and in a kind of negative way, because it's not a pretty thing. I think fame's quite ugly. You know, and Strickland Banks represents someone who, yeah, he's a talented guy and he's become successful, but he's kind of lost his way. And the success has gone to his head, and he's not a very nice person. I wanted to show how this artist was kind of built up and thought he was so great, and then he was just torn down, and his whole kind of name dragged through the dirt. He was never convicted of it, but there will always be a doubt in people's minds.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
definitely.
And that's, for me, that's defamation, you know, and the only kind of positive thing about this story is kind of the redemption on his part.
So there's elements of autobiography in this then, clearly?
There's like Stay Too Long was yeah, autobiographical. You know, every work of fiction is always going to be some kind of admittance of the truth, but it's still a work of fiction. You know, I've never been to prison. You know,
that was going to be my next question.
Yeah,
actually, have you ever done a stretch?
And before this, I wasn't a successful artist, was I?
Tonight is being recorded live. Do you get more nervous before a performance, knowing that it's going to be recorded live? Like
before gigs, I'm just focused. You know, I know what I need on that stage in order for me to perform right. If it's not there, then I get nervous. Preparation, man. Just make sure you're in that creative space before you go on stage. And you know, damn, sometimes when you are in that space, things can still go wrong, you know what I mean?
But if you're prepped, you can deal with it a lot better, right enough. Well, I'm going to finish things up here, mainly because Tiny Temper's limbering up as well. He's getting louder and louder, drowning you out. Won't be happening later on, of course. You'll be on after him, headlining. Have a really great gig.
I'm glad to have him here, man. I really respect what he's done. I like his music, and I'm honoured that he's supporting me. That's great.
It's sweet. Look forward to all of the things that you're going to be developing for us over the coming year. Good luck with it all. I think it's great news. It's Ben Drew, aka Plan B, everyone.